start with the flooring because today's Saturday, Tuesday, I have the appliances coming, and so I want to go ahead and have the flooring done at least in here. That way I can get the appliances set in, and then maybe go ahead, that'll be paint, appliances, and flooring all done. In here, I can take some pictures of the kitchen in here, and then maybe go ahead and get some pictures out there online and try to find some tenants to rent this place out as soon as possible. So that's the plan, and then I can always finish flooring and finish painting maybe in the next weekend or two in the back. But today, we're going to tackle this flooring. And I went with LifeProof. I put this down in my other house. It's 100% waterproof, scratch resistant. I think it's a 5-year commercial warranty, and then lifetime residential. So hopefully it'll last a long, long time. It's got the underlayment and everything underneath it already. It's just one board, everything's already right there. It's supposed to just snap in very easily. And so today, that's the goal. We'll see how it goes. So I think the only tools you need is just a little a tapping block. So when you tap each plank into place, you won't mess the plank up. So you gotta use the block. And if you need to pull it from the corner or from the edge of the wall in, since you can't get behind it to tap on it, you can use this to pull, to hook it, and then you tap this to pull it into place that way, close to the edge of the walls. And then just some rubber hammers. We'll see which one we like better. I can't remember which one I used most of the time last time. And of course, we're getting older, so if I can give y'all a piece of advice, it would be to take the extra time and think about what will make the job easier. So today, my knees, I've had surgery on one knee, my knees kind of bother me from time to time. So I went ahead and got some nice gel knee pads. So we'll see how those work out today. So here it is, if y'all have ever seen some bottom plank flooring. It comes with the underlayment already made into it, or some do, some don't. But I like this kind because it's already made together, and you just lay this one board down. Because it has the underlayment and everything already in it, and it's thicker, you can lay it down over like small imperfections in the concrete, little dips or cracks or anything like that, and you won't be able to feel it afterwards. It'll stay together, and it'll fit right over it. And then here's the color I went with. I know nowadays everything's going to the grays, light gray walls, a little bit darker gray accent wall, and then kind of a mixture of light and dark gray with the wood look. So that's what I decided to go with. Like I said, I have this in my other house, and I loved it. The kids rode their bikes on it and played hard on it, and it didn't really. We've had a dog a little while, running around and scratching it up, and it really didn't scratch. It's supposed to be scratch resistant. Of course, you can still scratch it if you're not careful, but I really like it. It seems like some very good flooring. Here's the instructions. That's the little block I was talking about. They want you to hit it with the rubber hammer on the block, and then if it's against the wall and you're pulling it towards you, you can use this one here where my thumb is. So I really wish I would have had a vacuum, but I ended up just sweeping for now. I've swept twice, but you want to make sure the floor is super clean because of if a piece of trash or anything is underneath it, I'm going to look as I go, as I lay each piece, I'm going to brush it out and make sure there's no chipped pieces of concrete sticking up underneath it. Basically, a little rock, you will feel something like that. If it's something that's sticking up, you will feel it underneath the floor, but if it's something just like a small dip or imperfection, you won't feel that. The walls and the floor, I think it all turned out really good. Alright, so I'm going to share with y'all a pro tip. So this is the front of the house, the front door where everybody's going to be walking in and looking. So there was a really thin laminate flooring put down, and then they put the door in or the molding after. So there's no room to get this under here. So if you go to put it in, the flooring I'm putting in now, you're going to have this big gap where you're going to have to cut around this shape. So instead of doing that, I just take a piece of scrap flooring, take your multi-tool, plank went this way, so normally you would have been like this. You would have had this gap, or you would have had to cut around it. So before I cut it out, it was like that. You would have had to cut this out. But now, it'll slide all the way under there and look nice and flush, and you won't have to try to worry about caulking or trimming around this. And then your quarter round will go here, and then quarter round will go right there. All right, here's a little before. We put the flooring down in this other room. All right, a little update on the flooring. Weekend one, the flooring went pretty good. Got the living room done. I think I used 18 boxes. It's about 20 square feet per box. And I used 18 boxes to do the living room and the kitchen and the hallway. So I started doing the quarter round. Here it is. It's just the 5/8 inch quarter round, not the 3/4. I think 3/4 may be the most common, but all the gaps of the flooring that I had were pretty small. Let me move a piece of quarter round and show you. So like all the gaps that I left were pretty small. So I just opted for the 5/8 quarter round. And another cool thing is it's PVC quarter round. So it's like a plastic material. So you don't have to worry about painting it. It's already white. It cuts really easy. And then they sell these pliers right here. And if you see, the pliers have all the angles cut into it, which I think all you're supposed to use really is just the 45-degree angles. And then you just cut the 45, you know, different ways depending on how you want to leave it. So I did like a 45 there, and then a 45 to the outside. And then I think you're supposed to do like more than a 45 for the joints, but I just did 45s for the joints too, where each piece joins. But the 5/8 inch quarter round was cheaper than the 3/4. So if you were flooring and didn't get the flooring quite close enough, you could always go back and like if your gaps were bigger, you could use the 3/4 quarter round, and it would help to cover up all the gaps. But I tried to get the flooring as close as I could. So I just thought I'd share that tip with y'all. The PVC quarter round is very easy to cut. You just use pliers, throw it down, get it all in place, and then I'm gonna come back and tack it all on with a nail gun. But for now, I'm just cutting it instead of having to, like I know some quarter round is made out of wood or different materials, and you have to actually, so you would have painted it. Let's say if you wanted it to be a certain color, you could have painted it, or you could have then have bought some that looked the color of the flooring, and then you could go back and if it, you know, it's wood, and so the pliers wouldn't have cut it, but you could have used a miter saw and then cut all the 45s or different angles you needed, then installed it, then nailed it in. This is just a rental unit, and so for me, the white kind of does stick out against the flooring. Like they make a gray wood look quarter round that matches the flooring, but I think the white looks all right since the baseboards are white anyway. So I think it's gonna turn out pretty good. All right, a little flooring update. I got this room all done and then made it into the bathroom. Got the floor in the bathroom all done. Got a new toilet installed. Just gotta come back with a quarter round and everything around the edges of the baseboards. And then I started in this bedroom. I got a little bit left to do in the closets. I started on that back wall, worked my way this way. I just got a little bit left right here at the doorway, a little bit on the edge of the room, and then I took this toilet up and finished scraping all the laminate tile squares up. So I got everything up. I just need to scrape it one more time to get it a little cleaner, sweep it, and then I gotta keep putting the flooring down in here, and that'll be it. Then I gotta reinstall the toilet, and then I'll have to do a quarter round in here also around all the edges, and then we're almost done.